I brought along this book today, written by Henry Longfellow. This particular book is 120 years old, and I thought I'd read a little bit from the Song of Hiawatha, which was actually written nearly 160 years ago. Hiawatha was a Red Indian. They lived in America, and it starts with a story of him talking to his grandmother, Nokomis. When he heard the owls at midnight, hooting, laughing in the forest, "What is that?" he cried in terror. "What is that?" he said, Nokomis. And the good Nokomis answered, "That is but the owl and owlet talking in their native language, talking, scolding at each other." Then the little Hiawatha learned of every bird its language, learned their names and all their secrets, how they built their nests in summer, where they hid themselves in winter, talked with them whenever he met them, called them Hiawatha's chickens. Of all beasts he learned the language, learned their names and all their secrets, how the beavers built their lodges, where the squirrels hid their acorns, how the reindeer ran so swiftly, why the rabbit was so timid, talked with them whene'er he met them, called them Hiawatha's brothers. And the story goes on for 138 pages. So that's my first little bit. The second book I have today is called Yesterday's Children. It's a true story written by Jenny Cockle about 20 years ago. When she was a young girl, she used to have almost nightmares quite often. She used to wake up very distressed because she could see herself. She realised in the end it was herself. She was dying, and she was very concerned about the young children that she was going to leave behind. And in the daytime sometimes she'd have glimpses of her previous life in Ireland. And that was okay in the daytime, but she did get upset at night. The years went by and she'd have more dreams. And after she got married and had her own children, she thought she really had to trace her own family. And she went to a hypnotist for many sessions and found out the names of the places she used to live in and the names of the people she knew, and she went to Ireland to trace the village where she lived, which she had drawn a map of when she was a young girl from her dreams. And eventually she met two of her children who were from her previous life, who were now in their 60s, and they were to start with, they probably weren't very happy to meet her, but they got used to the idea and they arranged to meet her. And it was lovely, and that calmed all her distresses and anxieties that she'd had.